afternoon. We are here at Sport Beach 2025. It's been packed last few days, despite
sure.
the hot weather. I'm Bipul from Assembly Global, and I'm joined by Sid. What I wanted to really start with is there's so much going on. There's so many themes and topics being discussed. So I thought, why don't we start with, before we get into the main questions,
Sure.
what are you most excited about, what you have seen at Cannes Lions 2025?
So thanks for having me, Bipul. Great to be here. This is my first time at Sports Beach this Cannes. Well, there's so much going on at Cannes 2025, to be honest, and I think you can't throw a stone and not hit a topic that's talking about the proliferation of AI in the industry and the impact it's having, how empowering it is going to be and continue to be as a tool for a lot of advertisers and marketers. But I'm also loving the emphasis on the human creativity part of it and the fact that I think there's really a push to renew hope that it's not dying, it's not killing the industry. The industry is not going anywhere. It just needs to evolve at the speed of culture, honestly, and that's been quite exciting. Of course, the work, always great to see the work. That's probably one of the most inspiring things as well. Some great sessions. Had some celebrity speakers coming into the Palais as well. I know you guys have had your host of sports celebrities that you've hosted. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's been like for me.
I love that. Honestly, I love that because I 100% agree with you. Have been a couple of panels, and one thing which I remember from one of the panels was, we'll be here in 5 years and we'll still be talking about AI.
Oh, absolutely.
But we will be talking about the evolution in a different aspect, in a different way, perhaps.
You know, the festival started off for most of us with a session by Apple, who's been given the Creative Advertiser of the Year. And there was a quote from that which says, the good news is AI is not going to kill advertising. The bad news is that AI is not going to save advertising. So
Yeah.
I think you read between the lines and sort of get on board with what everyone needs to do. So
I will write that down. I love that.
I wrote it down as well. I mean, it was nuggets of wisdom. So
Yeah. So while we have started to talk about AI, I think let's just dive in. The first question which I wanted to ask you, like, what capabilities are you developing in your marketing team that you believe will remain uniquely human as we talk about, the bridge between the AI and emotion and culture and everything else? So what capabilities are you developing, as AI adoption accelerates?
Great question. I love that because we're a home brand. We're one of the most ubiquitous home brands across the Middle East. Very accessible brand, probably one of the largest in terms of scale and reach. And we live in that home space, which is inherently human. It's emotional. It's we have to be very careful to not make it look plasticky or contrived, and with our communications and how we sort of speak to our customers across multiple touch points. So I think what we hold very dear to us in the marketing team and what we're trying to sort of really develop even further is so that there isn't a sea of sameness when a lot of brands sort of jump on that AI bandwagon to create content, is one, our styling. That is our signature in terms of how we present our product. Yeah. So the styling, I think, is unique to our brand. It is relevant to our customers in terms of they envision how they can live, the level of aspiration they get from it. So styling is one big aspect of it. And then the other aspect of it, I think, has always been storytelling. I'm excited about AI just as much as the next person, but for me, the tech or the platform has never been the idea. I'm hoping we get to use it to make our teams more efficient, to sort of hyper-personalized content as we go forward. And I think that's where the excitement is for a lot of us. And the possibilities are immense. Hopefully efficiencies and costs down the line. We're not really seeing that too much yet. But yes, I think the storytelling part of it, drilling down to human truths that we want to really build our communications around, and how we present that in terms of the curation and the styling is what we will continue to develop and really keenly infuse into, however the content is created.
I couldn't have agreed more, honestly. And what you just said about storytelling, it is absolutely so crucial, and in fact has become even more important as
yes.
we tend to become more tech dependent, is how I put it. And I was thinking about it in the context of user generated content, because consumers, influencers, everyone is trying to leverage AI so much. So what role does UGC, user generated content, have in your brand marketing?
UGC plays a very, very key role in our brand marketing, actually. I mean, we run a small sort of UGC initiative off of our social platforms, which is the moment you buy something from Home Center, we really are the brand that facilitates and empowers our customers to infuse their sense of identity and expression into their space, because we really cater to varied tastes, and that's at the core of our brand. So we actually get a lot of UGC content with people taking pictures of their home in terms of, we bought this from Home Center and this is how we've styled it. And that's beautiful to see, because so many different homes, you could buy the same product and just use differently and style differently. And that's stories about how families sort of make that space their own, or an individual does. And that's the role that UGC plays. It's so key.
Great answer. And I'm part of your UGC community. I'm a
I hope you're sending in content.
Yes, 100%. I have to do it when I'm back in Dubai.
Please do.
Cool. Getting to the last question, again, on the lines of content, brands are increasingly thinking of themselves as, canvases, bringing content together. And, the content, I would say, metaverse of content can be overlaid. So do you see increased potential for complementary brands to work, particularly in the context of your business, to build, brand worlds together?
I love that question. I love that question because I think it couldn't have been more timely for us in terms of where we're at as a brand, where we're poised. And we've had a lot of ambition to actually collaborate with other brands, more from a strategic standpoint. And when I say collaborations, it could be other brands, it could be designers, it could be artists. And we're actually doing a few. I mean, we've had some success last year during Ramadan, and Ramadan's a very big period for us in the region, as you know. So Ferrero actually came to us, and it was beautiful because here's a sort of premium confectionery brand. They play a key role in Ramadan as well. The sentiment of the region, the way people look at Ferrero's, they almost use it to decorate parts of their house. When it's Ramadan, they have these beautiful packages that they come out with for Ramadan specifically. And they wanted to actually display Ferrero in our stores. And we jumped to the opportunity and actually worked with them to take it through the funnel. So we had masterclasses by influencers on table settings, for instance, and how you sort of weave in Ferrero into that. So it was a really, really great collaboration. I think in the past we've also collaborated with other designers who've curated collections for us. We're currently doing a lot of that within the brand. And possibly the most exciting piece for me right now, which is really hot off the press, is something called the Home Center Collective that we've just slowly launched and taken baby steps on. And the collective is really celebrating homegrown talent. So we're looking at a series of really intimate, small, live performances in our stores across UAE and Saudi to start with. We actually just had the first one in the beginning of June. We collaborated with these local artists, musicians. It's been really, really heartening because we're not coming at this with any kind of a transactional lens. It is really to build brand love. It is to create a platform for homegrown talent. We're a homegrown brand, and I think that's where the synergy lies. And it's been received really well by the artist fraternity as well. I don't think there is another retail brand currently doing something like this. And it's an IP that we want to build and own. So, yeah.
I absolutely love that answer. I think that there's so much that brands can gain through collaborations like these, and you don't have to just look into the adjacent categories.
Absolutely.
I mean, the sky is the limit, and there's so much that brands can gain from upper funnel to lower funnel from all perspectives. And
absolutely. I think if more brands and partners are willing to sort of come to the table to have discussions on this, there's so much that can be gained for both. So,
yeah. Thank you so much, Sid. Absolutely love the
Thank
answers.
you very much.
Thank you for
Thanks.
being here.
Love being here.